All right, honestly, that kicked my butt. Probably not enough sleep, probably not enough fuel. All right, it is Monday morning and I was gonna wake up and run and felt exhausted from climbing a mountain yesterday. So I was gonna take it fairly easy today either way, but just to be safe, wanted to get plenty of sleep. I've got a little bit of a sore throat, so I don't want to make things any worse. And it's my son's first day of school, so just dropped him off at school and now I'm driving into the office. This is gonna be interesting, to be honest. For the summer, because return to office started in June, so for the summer I've been going into office a couple times a week, but I was getting into the office around like 8:30 and it's not a big deal, and so it worked out. It was totally fine. But now the hard part is I have to be done with my workouts by 7 so I could wake my son up, and also I need a shower, and so I don't know, probably workouts done by 6:45, get my son up, get him ready for school, get him fed, get myself fed, everything like that, and then drop him off and then drive into work. And so yeah, I mean, at least Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, that's kind of the plan. And I probably shouldn't be stressing about it as much, but I am stressing about it because that means if I've got, on average, my workouts with everything, like I realistically need like an hour and a half most days, and so if I need to be done by 6:45, that means I have to be moving by 5:15, which means I have to probably be awake by 4:45, and that means if I want 8 hours of sleep, I have to be asleep by 9:45. And again, with 3 kids and all the stuff I do outside of work, plus wanting to spend time with my wife, right? Like, it gets kind of tight. So 8 hours is probably not going to be realistic. And then it's okay, well, what is it? Is it 7, right? Can we get 7 every night? And then are there some nights that we can get more, right? Are there some nights where we just say, hey, this is not a morning workout day, this is a midday workout day, right? But it's, it just messes with the schedule, so I'm a little stressed about it. And we're gonna have to figure out how to make this work. All right, here we go. I got a break at work and we're getting out there, running outside because I really don't like the treadmills at work, but we'll see how this goes because it's probably gonna be a lot hotter out here than in an air-conditioned gym. Also never ran around here, so first time, let's figure it out. So as I ramp up my volume and just work on my health, one of the things that I'm focused on is trying to build up the long run so that when marathon training happens, a 3-hour long run is not daunting on its own, because I want to do some actual paces within that. So I'm going to extend the long run this weekend, and because I did a mountain yesterday, I'm going to try and take it a little bit easy today, just do a couple of miles, like 4 miles, and then also go and do a light lift. So Tuesday morning, it is 5:25, trying to get out the door and run within the next 5 minutes. Yesterday I was able to fit like a shorter workout in because it was just kind of a recovery day. Didn't want to go hard given that I had just run up a mountain the day before, when usually Sunday's a rest day. Today we're doing some speed work though, and I don't know if I'll have time in the afternoon to do my normal lift. So I'm going to try and drop my son off and then immediately drive to work and get a lift in right off the bat. So basically go and run and lift back to back with like, a 30-minute break in between.
just to kind of knock it all out. So probably going to be pretty tired, but just got a really busy work day and still want to get it done. So that's what we're going to try and do. Going to try and squeeze it in. I think I'm making the payment for the Tokyo Marathon either today or tomorrow. They only really give you a month's notice, where with all the other world majors, if you get accepted, you have like up until the race to raise the money. The race isn't until March, and so I mean, you can still raise the money, they just do require an upfront payment. So I'm going to be putting it on a credit card and continuing to raise money. So if you want to donate to the Sports Legacy Foundation through the Tokyo Marathon, please consider using my GoFundMe link below. You can also use RadDad20 for 20% off any Wallaco gear. I'll donate those commissions. Or if you need any running fuel, running gels, anything like that, use the affiliate link below for fuel goods, because that will also give me a kickback, which I am donating. So anything helps, anything through those means, any revenue I generate through YouTube, all that's going to charity through the end of this month. So, and honestly, like, all of it's going to charity until I've raised the $3,000, in addition to the $1,000 that I'll donate. So we're at about $1,200 through the GoFundMe, making great progress. It's awesome, but still also a long way to go. We're only about 40% of the way there, so anything helps.
You know, it's a little bit chilly. I know it's gonna warm up here any second now, but it's like 63, and yeah, I mean, I could wear a freaking sweater. All right, we are 1 mile of reps in. Was like 6:30, 6:40, 6:10, 6. 6 felt pushing a little bit, so I'm gonna maybe fade a little bit. 6:05, 6:10, see how that feels. But getting our rest interval, we're gonna hit the next 4. Said I was gonna pull back, but feeling really good. Second mile, it's probably 5:57 average on the reps. We got some June-Aug. We're gonna get ourselves some carbs and some water. All right, got some June-Augs, and we're done. 14 reps. Got to hit a cool down. Got to get inside in 10 minutes to get my son up, get him ready for school, get him out the door, and we're heading into work, get a lift in, go about our day. So we ended up hitting sub 6 for, I think, 12 of the reps. So feel good, recovered well. Body's definitely coming back around, so it's good. 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, about to get to work. This is how I'm balancing some things now, though. So I looked at the calendar last night, and my goal is to try my best to get like 7 hours of sleep at least every night. The reality is that doesn't always happen with all the things I got to get done after work, you know, waking up early enough to get the workout in, as well as getting my son to school. But days like today, it's a work from home day, so I didn't have to go straight into the office, which means I didn't have to shower immediately, right? But instead of just going straight to an office after dropping my son off, I can come back home, eat some food, relax a little bit. And today I actually have my afternoon open, and so I can actually get my run in pretty effectively during lunch, because I have a lot of flexibility on what time I can go at. So days like this, you know, normally I really do like to keep a routine, but at the end of the day, the hours of sleep are going to be more impactful for me long term. So decided to sleep in till about 6:45 today, got up, got my son up, got him to school, came home, ate some food, and we're jumping in the work day. So yeah, just gonna keep recharging, make sure we're feeling good. The body's feeling really good. My sleep has been pretty good as of late, and you know, we're coming around pretty quick. So I've been in a calorie deficit for 3 weeks now, and we're down about 7 pounds.
And again, we're just trying to get down to kind of my ideal weight where I feel healthiest. And the biggest thing is just being healthy, eating balance, and not just like binging on junk because I had a tough workout. But, you know, I'm tired, but feeling really, really good, and progressing really well. The training, like my last few runs have felt pretty phenomenal. I'm not going to lie. So overall, I'm optimistic about the direction the body's headed. And yeah, we'll keep at it, but just got to be careful with that deficit to make sure I'm fueling at the right times, fueling enough, fueling with the right things to make sure I don't get like a stress fracture or anything. So,
and I think it makes sense to prioritize sleep and all. That's great for recovery, but geez, it's hot.
Thursday morning, gonna do a tempo run. Thinking of just going like for 4 or 5 mile tempo with a 1.5 to 2 mile warm up and cool down on each end, kind of depending on how much time I have. It's about 5:40 right now, and I really need to be done in 70-ish minutes so I can get my son up for school. Pretty tired. The adjustment back to morning, early mornings to be able to accommodate my son's school schedule, and then also get into the office for work on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is taking a little bit of a toll. I have been able to sleep most nights pretty good. Last night was not a good night. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night, so feeling it. The other thing that I am feeling is just, I think, stress from work itself. Not necessarily bad stress. The job is still going really well, still grateful to have it. But just trying to figure out, I guess, how to fit everything in with the office work and trying to commute home so that my wife can go pick up my son while my daughter naps, and we're just shifting. It's a time of shift or time of change, and that always kind of throws me off a little bit, and I can feel it. So
All right, honestly, that kicked my butt. Probably not enough sleep, probably not enough fuel, to be honest. I'm losing weight too fast, and I know that sounds crazy, but I'm losing weight too fast, too aggressively. The thing that's throwing me off is I go to work and they have catered lunch, and I just kind of assume that catered lunches are high in things like butter and fat, which is fine. It's just that that's not very macro friendly. So I try and load up on the veggies, right, and the things that are less likely to be completely doused in butter and fat. And the result is probably under eating because I don't know the exact calories. So I have to guesstimate, and feels like I'm guesstimating wrong. So, I mean, I fueled before that. I had a granola bar, had some liquid carbs during. I was eating some chews, but got to be careful because I'll get hurt, right, if I don't take care of my body. And even though I'm not really pushing performance, I'm kind of maintaining and just kind of building gradually, and really like I'm just working out right now. Still need to be careful because if I get injured, it ruins my progress. But all right, Friday afternoon, slept in, so got a short run this morning and then finished off with a lifting session this afternoon. But just want to say, so I just got my first run in the Boston 13. So exciting that I'm now a reviewer for Adidas, right? I've been in contact with them for a while, but timing didn't work out for them with inventory and stuff, but stayed diligent, stayed in contact, and they sent me both the Boston 13 as well as the Prime X3 Strung. So excited, super trainer and plated trainer basically from Adidas, gonna give them a test. But I just did 2 miles on the treadmill in these, and it's just kind of a word of caution, or like, you know, I've said this before, but every shoe is someone's favorite shoe. The Boston 13 has not lived up to kind of the hype from last year. Like the Boston 12 people loved, they raved about. Boston 13, I haven't heard great things about. I mean, only 2 miles in, it was just a warm up to my lift, so kind of went from easy to moderate, just getting the heart rate rising. And they felt really nice. Like, they felt bouncy, they felt comfortable. They're unstable in the same way that the Evo SL is unstable, but I love the Evo SL. I guess the question will just be like, you know, how will these feel? I really want to know how these feel in comparison to the Evo SL, because I just feel like maybe unintentionally on Adidas's mark, there's a lot of overlap between the two, redundancy between the two, but at least upon initial run, I feel like these probably pop off the ground better than the Evo SL, which makes sense because there's the carbon fiber rods or fiberglass infused rods as opposed to the just nylon shank. And so these should be snappier. The Evo SL is super smooth though on like moderate and long run paces. And I think is an excellent shoe for like marathon training. And it's very easy on the feet other than the stability. We'll see on these. For all of the crap that I've heard from people, I'm very pleasantly surprised on those first 2 miles. I thought they were bouncy, responsive, comfortable. Maybe a little bit firm in the forefoot for some people, I get that, but I don't know. It felt, I liked the feeling overall. Light Strike Pro up top there, 36 millimeters in the heel. It's, Prime X is their super trainer, Boston 13's their plated trainer, and Evo SL's their lightweight trainer. Audi Zero line is fire. The Adios Pro 4, phenomenal. The Pro Evo 2, phenomenal. I don't think I've tried a miss from Adidas this year, and I just feel like because of the popularity of the SL as well as the Pro 4, these are being slept on, and Prime X3 strong. I'm not a huge super trainer guy. Like the Max Cushion super trainers, they just tend to be a little bit bulky and heavy for me, which is why I love the Super Blast so much, is because it's, it is light compared to all the other Super Max Stack super trainers. It's also not plated, so I feel like it's more versatile. You can use it more frequently. But early thoughts, I like the Boston 13.
It's Saturday. It's 6:30. We're going for a run. Just gonna go for 2-ish hours. Not gonna hit any paces. I'll probably speed up towards the end if I'm being honest with myself, but just kind of wanted to get like a legit long run in. It's been a while since I've gotten above like 12 miles, and I probably said that last week too. So that's kind of the goal today though. Just want to get the body moving through distance. Yeah, tired, but not exhausted. It's a pretty good week. Volume was a little bit lower this week, just because I did the mountain last Sunday, so it kind of threw off my schedule. I didn't want to push it earlier in the week, and then I just had a really busy schedule at work, so some of my runs, because I had to get my son to school as well, that was the first week of school, had to get him to school, just had to sometimes cut like a little bit short, maybe like a mile or 5 to 7 minutes or so, to where it just added up throughout the week to be a couple miles lower than I usually would. I'd really like, as I'm just kind of doing this, maintaining health, running for health right now. I'm really would like to be around 8 hours of running and around 50-ish miles a week. But if I'm, within striking distance, I'm happy with it.
All right, long day. I ended up running 13 miles, just under 2-ish hours, and almost immediately showered, got dressed again, and drove about an hour to Little Cottonwood Canyon and did a hike with the family. So I'm pretty spent. We've been gone all day. Totally forgot to film after the fact because I was in a little bit of a rush, but there's the week. So I think it ended up being like 48 miles if you include the hiking or something like that. 10-ish hours, 9-point-something hours of overall workouts this week, and I think 7.5 of running. So decent week, nothing huge, decent week, but first week back in school for my son. My daughter starts next week, so things are just kind of picking up, so it was good to have a little bit of a down week volume-wise. Next weekend, I'll probably try and hit a trail or something, but overall, good week. We're just going to keep building, going to keep going, so there you go.